BSN, episode 22. Action.
It takes a lot to produce an amazing podcast, and on today's episode, I'm taking you with me. What's up, world? It's your Slanka, and it is... Oh, no.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
You see, I'm using it. I'm using this clip. So the first camera is my camera, Sony A7RIII. Bow! I have it on a 24-70 G Master lens. This is gonna be one of the close-up shots. And one of the things I'm learning is to keep it on, what is the focus I would normally have to keep it on? Manual, guys. Keep it on the manual. Keep it on the manual. It's Ruslanka, and this is Peace. Guys. Once all of the cameras make it onto the tripod, the next step is to add the SD cards, format the SD cards, and make sure the picture profiles are all the same. Make sure to format your cards. Let me get you close so you can hear what I said. Make sure you format your cards before you get to set and when you're on set. Trust me, you don't wanna... Let me show you how to format your card if you never formatted your cards, because people probably don't know. All right here. So format, it's right here, okay? Press format, slot 1, enter, okay? Right. You want to make sure you format. What'd you say?
Strike.
What does that mean?
Turn on the light.
Yes. Okay, guys. Strike. That is another production set word that we use on set when we are turning on a light. Strike! You don't got to be that dramatic, but you know me. All right, so card 1 is formatted. Camera is going to be leveled out by Delano. Peace. Y'all ain't hear me say. Y'all ain't hear nothing. Y'all heard peace. All right, card number 2, camera number 2, right here. This camera's a little bit different. The card goes on the bottom. Also, dummy batteries. If you are running a podcast, you want to look into dummy batteries so your camera does not die when you are shooting, especially if you plan on yapping for more than like 30 minutes. Oh my God. This is harder than trying to take off a girl's bra. Not that I've ever tried, but just trying to take off my own bra. Trying to put this SD card in. Let's see if I can get it. It's the hardest thing ever. It's the hard, and I don't want to take this off the tripod. I just don't feel like it.
1 hour later.
A few moments later.
Oh no.
Later.
Maybe.
1 eternity later.
Okay. I'm gonna take it off. Hold up. Cameras are loaded with the SD cards, but I haven't changed all the picture profiles. That is something that's on my next to-do list, but as I'm loading the cameras, I'm also gonna put the SD card into the Rodecaster because we need to record audio. That's very important. This is a podcast. So boom, 256 gigs into the Rodecaster. Let me show you how that's done. So I loaded the SD card in there. I still have plenty of time to shoot. Once, if that circle was full, that would mean I need to format it, but I don't need to format this card. So audio, we are rolling. All of the mics are connected. Most of the cameras are here connected. We are working with a Sony ZV-E10, but we are going to replace that today with the FX3. We're rocking with the Sony FX3. We have another A6-400, and then my Sony A7RIII. And Briefcase is also bringing his Sony. So we fully loaded in this bay. Fully loaded in this bay. Oh, by the way, your Rodecaster audio. If you need your audio to be crisp, you need a good Rodecaster. And in my opinion, this Rodecaster Pro 2, I ain't had no problem since we done copped this thing. Like, it is perfect. The audio comes out crispy all the time. Of course, you got to throw on a voice isolation to clean it up when you're editing, but that's no biggie. But yeah, we are almost fully ready for the podcast. We are still waiting. Who do you guys think is going to arrive first? Spider? Bless. Well, okay, they're coming together. Spider and Bless? Jabari or briefcase? Who you got your money on? Stay tuned. It is now time to picture profiles. Make sure all the, did you do that already? You find your picture profile by going on the first camera and scrolling to the bottom. And the reason why you want to make sure the picture profile is on the same one as all the other ones, mine is on PP1 and so are all the other cameras, is so that when you're shooting on different cameras and you're editing different camera angles, you want it to look like it's seamless, the same camera. So one step to doing that is picture profiles being the same, because you don't want to later on have to edit and one of the cameras was on S-Log and you have to now color grade that to match all the other cameras that were on regular. I'm not gonna point any fingers at anybody, but that's what happened last time. So make sure that your picture profiles are always the same. And honestly, when it comes to shooting a podcast weekly, just make sure you have a checklist that you follow strictly and all the time, so that way you can avoid simple mistakes that can stop you from being great. Anyways, I gotta go get your filet. I'm hungry and they about to be late, so BRB.
Showing the time. Yeah. This is the person who's here first. Live. Briefcase here.
Yeah, baby.
Second one.
We here. What's up?
What time is it, Bless?
What time is it, Bless? That shit
It's about that time. Time to get it popping.
What time? Like, no, I really want to know the real time.
8:42.
8:42. Okay, 8:42. This is the third person. Oh wait, no. This is everybody.
Everybody's here.
Oh, okay, cool. So as you can see, my parlay did not hit. My parlay didn't hit, guys.
What was your parlay?
My parlay was that you and Spider was gonna get here first, but it didn't hit. I don't know. That was my parlay today, but it was
Like consistency.
Don't ever bet that one.
Nah, bet that.
I said Bari first, briefcase.
That's exactly what he said.
I said Bari, briefcase. You and Spider.
I was trying to just have contrast and be abstract. I had wishful thinking. Carmax on the knees.
What you mean? Carmex serves.
Bless refuses to be ashy this episode.
I have raw lotion too, but I forgot.
No, he want to be a man all the way.
Alright,
Wow.
let's get it in.
Let's do this.
All right, camera on rolling.
Oh no, we ain't say the prayer thing. Get us going with that. That's gonna be quick.
Shoot. Hey God,
Yeah,
it's me again. Your humble servant, and I just want to say thank you for getting us all here healthy and strong, and I want us to be able to deliver a message to all the ears that you wanted to fall upon in the right way that it's supposed to. Everything that we do is for good or for God, and all we want to do is have a positive influence to make other people's lives feel better. So whatever it is that we have to say, I ask that those ideas download onto our minds and we speak them through our hearts, and we enjoy the space with no ego and with our hearts positioned in the right place. And in your name I pray, amen. Audio rolling.
GPSN, episode 22, action.
What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Growth Process Podcast. You already know the usual suspects. We're back in the building with you.
Recording a podcast could be extremely tedious, especially if you don't have your checklist down packed. So that's one thing, but I already know that the audio is going to be good, so I don't need to keep my headphones on the entire pod. Now that we're done shooting though, I need to snap my thumbnail picture. That's something that's very easily forgotten, and you can't forget it. You got to make sure you get it. After I get my thumbnail picture, I change the camera to 60 frames per second, or I change it to the SNQ mode depending on the camera I'm using to capture the hero shots, which I will show you at the end of this clip. And what the hero shot is for is just to introduce the different characters on this podcast. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
on today's pod,
Y'all
guys.
know what it is. You know what it ain't. Growth, power, success. We in the building.
GPS.
You know the vibes. We out here. Hold on. I got something for y'all.
Yeah. What's the clip? In the episode.
You know what I mean? Just like that, we.
Let's go. Hey, next episode, we need to take out all the cards from the camera, and what you need to make sure you have to keep the cards organized is this. You need a card organizer. So, shout out to Bliss, Unique Clients to Supply the Dream, and this keeps all of the cards organized. I gotta make sure that I take out the audio port as well. This can hold more than, I think this can hold 4, 8, 12, 16 cards, and then not to mention the micro SD cards as well. Organization is key. So keep your cards protected. The last thing you want is to get home and you're missing some content, or you're missing a card, or something happened. Gone are those days. This is really cool. Get you one.